want to bring forth the Marine Corps League of Texarkana, and we want you to come forward and give us a reason why you're late to do the presentation.
You'll need a motion for that.
Yeah. Where he got to be able to tell us. Is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Second.
All right, so a motion is second. Is there any discussion? All right, all in, call the roll, please.
Henry,
Yes.
Vandegraff,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Owens,
Yes.
Hollybush.
Yes.
The motion carries 7-0.
Please come forward, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen of the commission, I'd like to apologize on me being late. There was a miscommunication, but also I was out today laying a veteran to rest. So it's taken time for me to come down here as well. I need to make sure that our veterans are taken care of.
You said there's a funeral ceremony?
Yes, sir. We had a funeral ceremony for a Fleet Marine Force Navy chaplain up in Murfreesboro, Arkansas, where we laid him to rest today.
All right, are there any questions?
No.
All right, is there a motion to hear his presentation?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All right, it's been motion and second. Is there any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Henry,
Yes.
Vandegraff,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Owens,
Yes.
Hollybush.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. At this time, you have 5 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chairman, I would like to present that the Marine Corps League of Texarkana will be hosting the 2024 Southern Division Marine Corps League Conference in Texarkana, Arkansas at the Holiday Inn Convention Center, March 14th through the 16th. We are bringing in possibly around 150 members of the Marine Corps League and their spouses, and we are asking for about $5,000 to help with the cost of this. We will be putting your guys' logo on everything that we would have going out. We have an ad book. We're going to be trying to bring in money to help pay for it. It's going to be costing us around $25,000 to host this. We are also going to be bringing in tours that we're going to try to bring tours for our spouses where they're going to be going from business to business, trying things from Texarkana as well. We want to make sure that we, as a city, as a state of Arkansas, we want Texas and Oklahoma to be envious of us. We want them to say, hey, let's go back to Texarkana year after year after year. Granted, it would only be every 3 years because it has to rotate between the 3 different states, but we want Texarkana to be the place that everybody wants to go to. We know there's a lot of stuff here to do. There's a lot of veterans here, and it's a great community that supports our veterans. Our goal is to make sure that we bring in enough economic growth that it can help, sustain at least over the next 3 years that people remember.
All right, thank you. Are there any questions?
No.
Thank you.
You have 3 minutes left. Are you,
It's
your time? Yes, sir, you have.
It's basically, that's all we are. We're just a bunch of veterans that get together and we go out to find ways to help raise money so we can take care of our veterans in our communities. And that's all we basically are, but it's a good time. It's 3 days. There's not much more to it than just a bunch of Marines getting together and having fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone didn't include an allocation for him on their spreadsheet, let me know.
I need to,
Okay. And I can get that added.
do you want me to text it to you?
Can you text it to me? That'll work.
Times have changed.
I don't have your number.
Sir?
So I cannot text it to you. I don't have your number.
Okay, you can come tell me.
You're walking distance.
Right.
everyone, please look at your agenda. About your agenda.
Okay, give me just a few more minutes. I gotta just double check the numbers. Just we don't, want to make sure that we don't have a zero where it should be.
must be a Holland or something. I was thinking I'm not gonna copy it. Mine did not work. When you say Christians, I'm sorry about his posters. So Joseph talked to him Sunday night, and then one of our managers on duty told the girl, told in the group that said you were Christian, and she still said, "Why do you think that?" If the manager on duty tells you things like that, I wonder. It's like upside down. I was so furious. I know. It's I called someone. And I said, "Oh, Jeremy had you this first." I said, "I don't know you're oh, yeah. That's Slow Jack. That is
I guess so.
Directors, we're ready. And so the process that we'll follow, like I told you before, we'll go through them one by one. And you all can say yes to a 3-time number or no, we don't. And the two that abstained, your vote was not allocated in those.
All right.
So we'll start with the very first one. Partnership for the Pathway, that asked for $7,500. The amount allocated was $7,285.71. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, from an allocation standpoint, can you please round these to the nearest hundred?
okay.
It helps me out a whole lot. So would y'all like to, are you okay with that number, round that
So
to
you're saying
7,300 or
7,300?
7,200?
Let's go even. Let's make it 73 even. If you all are okay with that, let's
I'm
even it
good
up.
with 73.
7,300?
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Live United Bowl, they asked for 30,000. The amount allocated is 22,142.86.
22-2.
22.2? Yes. Okay. Ultimate Challenge Productions, they asked for 28,500. The amount allocated is 20,357.
24.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Can we rebut that amount, or how do we do that?
We can go through that
Yes.
amount one by one. So he asked for 28,500. It's an average amount, so if y'all want me to, I can go by allocation for each person on that one. Are y'all okay with that?
Do you want to go up or down? You want to make adjustment?
Way down.
Okay, and you're.
And I can give my reasoning why I think
Yes,
we
ma'am.
should go down.
Okay.
So we have been, in the past years, we funded on $7,000. Last year, we funded $17,000. There was no change in attendance for allocating more money. This year, they're wanting extra money for a hospitality gathering, for a band. That's where he needs to get sponsors, if he wants to add all that stuff. So I'm going back to the 7,000, because it didn't make a difference last year, or for this year, you know, when they had their event. It wasn't a different number in attendance.
Was that funding given through the AMP?
Huh?
Did he get funding? I don't remember him getting funding last
He got
year.
17,500 from AMP last year.
And it didn't, in the years past, we got about 7,000, and it was about the same amount of attendance.
I think he said it went up some, slightly from about 70-75% capacity to about 90% last year.
me pull it up. I could be wrong. My kids say I'm wrong. So. 23, he sewed 28.75. 22, he sewed 27.15.
Okay, about 100.
And that's my reasoning for allocating the money he had in the years past. It's around $65,000 to $7,000. So in 22, he got 7,000. 19, he got 62.5. 2018, he had 7,000. 16, he had 7,000. And for 23, he had 17.5. But I don't see the numbers here where,
Well, I think
You
the
know.
tattoo is something new, isn't it?
huh?
Is the tattoo something new?
Tattoo.
Yeah, this is.
Different.
We're on number 3, Ultimate Challenge Productions.
Three.
I'm
Number
really
3.
confused.
Yeah, number 3.
So I just want to, not everybody will agree, so.
You do have a valid point.
And the expenses are going to be for Town Square Media. The money allocated for that's a lot more than the past years. We'd also like to use the remaining funds for a meet and greet and additional advertising, local newspaper, social media. But he mentioned a band the other day. So I'm like, I don't want money, we're not putting on the event. We're just doing advertising and, paying his $3,500 for the Four States Fairgrounds, $3,500 for social media, digital marketing, because it doesn't. Anyway, I'll stop talking.
No.
I just feel like we gave a lot more money last year and didn't see the return, basically.
Do you think 10,000 would be a fair amount? Come up a little bit from the 7?
Well, why don't we go in 15?
I agree with 15. That's half of what he's asking for. Well, kind of.
That's exactly what I gave.
So.
Because I'm looking at the 6,992, and then I put a percentage to that, and and then I came up with about 15.5.
Okay. So 15 for Ultimate Challenge Productions.
So you guys go to 15?
Everybody good with 15?
Not really, but I'll do it.
All right.
Four States Fair, they asked for 60,000. The amount allocated was $50,714.
Let's round it to 51.
51,000? Okay. All right, Arkansas Welcome Center, Texarkana, $3,500. $3,500, and that's exactly what they asked for. For the tour, they asked for $2,250. The amount allocated was $2,214.
2250. That's close enough.
For Texarkana Regional Airport, they asked for $140,000. The amount allocated was $128,571.43.
129.
I'd like to come up to the 140. I think that is a huge asset for this region, and I think they physically bring people to Texarkana.
I agree.
And I visited that facility myself, and I agree as well that it's going to bring a lot to Texarkana. And if they're able to accomplish the things that they're desiring to accomplish out there, it's going to be huge. When people come off of a plane, that's the first thing they see, and I think that they need our support.
Okay. So we're going to Airport Authority, $140,000. Running WJ Ranch, they asked for $3,450. The amount allocated, $3,385.71.
Yeah, we go 34.
I say give them the full amount.
Okay.
That's close.
All right. For Texarkana Parks and Recreation, he asked for $190,000. The amount allocated, $169,285.71.
How about we just rounded 170?
Okay. For the Rec Center, he asked for $60,000. The amount allocated was $51,428.57.
If you all are good with that, we can go 51.5. If you all are good.
Okay. 51.5 or 52?
go 52.
All right.
Everybody good with that?
Works for me. All right, for parks, for the playground equipment, he asked for $267,753.81. The amount allocated, $220,465.85.
That equipment is much needed. I think are you all good if we go 225 even?
But
Do we-
can he
is
do
there-
what he,
Is there a lot of support to go the full amount?
For full amount, we had 3 that were full amounts. 1 that was just 7,000 shy of the full amount. So 3 of them were full amount.
So,
so my
That being said,
understanding is
go
to
with
go forward with this project, they need the full amount. Is that correct?
I am for
They
the
can-
full amount.
they'll still be able to move forward.
If I may
Have to
speak,
have the full amount, but if we do the full amount, it would benefit the rec center greatly. So, do you all want to do the full amount?
I'm good with full amount.
I'm good with full amount.
Right side, left side?
So I'll change it to the 267,753.81. All right. I don't know why I'm looking at him like he can vote on it. For the Texarkana Arkansas Baseball Association, they asked for $102,455. The amount allocated was $92,260.
Yes.
I'm good with that.
Let's just go, just even it out, maybe 93.
93,000? Okay. For the loan and interest, they asked for 50,000. The amount allocated, 49,000.
Let's do,
285.71.
50,000.
Let's go the whole amount there. Yeah. Pay off that loan.
Yes.
Yeah.
For track, they asked for 15,000. The amount allocated, 9,714.29.
are you all good? We go 10 even?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about this side?
Texarkana Arts and Historic District, they asked for 50,000, amount allocated 38,571.43.
Okay, the arts. Any comment?
I feel like we need to go higher.
40 even?
40 even.
For arts and historic, close to 40.
Okay.
40.
For Main Street, Texarkana, they asked for 35,000, amount allocated 30,142.86.
3142. Maybe we can just do a even 31.
Or 35.
I just think we should get I vote for 35.
I am for the full amount with Main Street.
I am as well.
Well, that means I am too then.
I know, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
It's like, dang.
All right, HypeCon Events, Comic Con, he asked for 35,700, amount allocated 14,771.43.
I would say no.
I'm-
I think we
I
have a
was zero on that
Comic-Con on
one.
the Texas side, and I don't think it will work out, honestly.
Well, let's just do it even 15.
I would go lower than that. I mean, I would go maybe 5,000.
5 is where
It's
I'm
a
at.
first year event.
I'm not for that.
I'm for the 15.
I am too.
All right, do I need to get a
So
vote?
it's kind of Allison input,
I like the 15.
Director Henry, Commissioner
5.
Henry.
5.
Okay, so we got 4 for 5, 3 for 5, 4 for 15. So 15,000?
Yeah, I guess that's where we at. If we 4-3.
That's going to be it. I mean,
Or 10, it's 10 in the middle.
Let's,
Three carrots, isn't it?
I'd be happier with 10 than 15.
well, let's just keep it. I think we got 4 for 15 and 3 for lesser.
Okay.
And I guess we got the numbers, so we just go 15 even.
Okay. For the Hype and Glory Wrestling, he asked for, wait a minute, that ain't right.
Maybe it switched.
Those zeros. Yes. those zeros ran together on me on that one, I double checked it. For the Gloria in Wrestling, he asked for $10,900, the amount allocated $5,257.14.
Hold on, can you zoom in a little bit on that?
I just changed it. I had 90,000 in there for one number. It was wrong. It should be 5,257.14.
Okay.
Well, I'm for the 10 because I know that wrestling is big in the area. I mean, this area needs something different.
I'm not sure his attendance numbers were what he told us. Because I've heard from other people that attended the event that it was much less than that.
Yeah, it's at the rec center.
Well, I mean, are we saying his character, he's not telling the truth? Do we have proof that other people who give us their attendance, that it's actually that amount?
Okay, with that being said, let's just do maybe 7 even. And what do you also just meet in the middle, so there's no impasse?
5,500.
All right, 5,500. Do I hear 5,500? Right side, you guys good at 5,500?
Yes.
Left side, you guys good with 5,500?
Okay. For the Hype Tattoo Convention, he asked for $20,700. The amount allocated was $10,300. I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a long day. These numbers are running together.
No problem. Hey, we had an even number there, 10-3. You guys good?
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Okay. Texarkana Chamber of Commerce, they asked for $35,000, amount allocated $28,571.43.
You guys feel good? We even it out, 30 even?
Yes.
Okay. For Photographers Island, they asked for $2,000, amount allocated $1,714.29.
I said we got it.
Can we?
amount.
Just
Full
round it to
amount.
2.
Okay. For Celebration, the amount requested $50,000, the amount allocated is $36,667.67 with Commissioner Wright abstaining.
37?
37?
I'm for the 50 because it's such a big event. That's my,
What's that?
I am for the 50 because of being such a big event, want
It's
to
gonna,
attract for our city.
yeah. I'm for the full amount.
Okay.
So you're 50, Henry?
I'm I'd be for 40. I think it's a big event. And I think we need to pull people, but there's a lot of unknowns there.
There is, I think that
Tons of
we need it for all the, if you've read history on these eclipses, that,
They bring it
I
to
mean, you need police, you need cleanup, I mean, it's like a huge thing.
But
How about
eclipse
45?
isn't happening in Texarkana.
Yeah, yeah.
The eclipse?
Yes, it's coming right through our town.
We get 2 minutes and something for the eclipse, we're on the edge.
Okay. Texarkana.
Yes.
Sure can.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 12 something in the afternoon on the 8th.
Be completely black.
Maybe I don't understand. We're talking about eclipse.
This is supposed to be a full eclipse. Texarkana is actually supposed to be dark around noon for almost 3
And
minutes.
Texarkana's the only place that's getting this eclipse?
No.
No.
It goes
Okay, now we're on the same page. Y'all are
It's coming
like,
over across.
okay.
It's coming over across.
I thought we was exclusive there. How did we pull that off? In that case, we need to go up, but no. Okay, I'm with you.
I'm for the full 50 since it's a
There's a
unique
lot into
thing.
it. This-
Left side, what are you on?
Okay.
I'd be okay with 50, but I don't see we're spending that money advertises and promotes Texarkana, Arkansas, because people are coming regardless. This is going to pay for auxiliary things that are going to be shared between the
Well,
cities.
it's going to be paid, part of it goes towards the band. They're having a huge band, and they're having activities all weekend long. I'm not on the committee, but I know people that are, and they've been planning this, so, I mean, that's just my opinion.
All right, what are you at least 45?
Let's go.
Right side, you 45? I know you're abstaining. Left side, you're at least 45?
45.
At least.
Okay.
All right, 45?
The scholars, they requested 20,000. The amount allocated is 12,500 with one abstaining.
I am for their 20,000 because looking at what they bring to Texarkana, not only that Juneteenth celebration, but other celebrations. So I say give them the full 20,000.
All right, left side?
I'm good
I'm
with
good
that.
with 12.5. I mean, because that's significantly more than last year's.
All right, right side, well, where you
I
want
would
to-
say
12.5.
I would say 15. Because, I mean, just seeing the event,
huge
it was
event.
huge.
15.
all right, we got 15 on both sides, and I'm abstaining.
So 15? Okay.
Yes.
The orchestra, they asked for 20,000. The amount allocated was 8,142.86.
I don't agree with that. I think it should be higher. Does anybody think it?
I think they bring
I
a
think it
lot
should be
to
higher.
Texarkana. I mean, it's been, we've talked about, they don't necessarily bring a lot to Arkansas. They do, their events are not Arkansas. I think this is something we need to get behind.
I think
it brings,
15.
I think it's historical, and we need to honor the history
It's part of
of
our-
Texarkana.
you know, it's kind of part of the arts as well.
And I know there's that Texas-Arkansas line, but just on the backside, when they stay with me, both my hotels sell out. So I know they're bringing the business. The hotels behind me, we're all sold out.
All right, so are you thinking maybe 82?
I was thinking to meet halfway,
Because,
Want to do 10
halfway at 10.
and a half?
because I don't support it because of,
But
The
if you
ACA.
sit- if they bring in to Texarkana and we just giving them 10, why not 15?
Well, I think it's because the board has never, we've always said that we want our tax dollars to stay in Arkansas.
But-
And I'm okay with us doing that, but we need to know this is going to open up a door that we can't be choosing. If we're going to allow this to happen, then we need to know that that's what we're deciding to do. And I'm okay with whatever y'all, because it's the arts, I get that, but it will open up a door. So it's whatever we all agree on.
all right, so right side, you're saying 15? The left side, you're
Yes.
saying 15?
I was saying 10. I mean, were we going 15 or 10? I thought we were splitting what they asked.
I said 15.
Well, right now, we're going with you all's proxy, because
Yeah.
I don't agree. Mine's still at 0. So I'm going with what you all say, because I'm still
I say
going
10.
ACA.
Well, if we're going with tourism, bringing tax dollars or, hotel taxes and all, I've got to say, for me, I can see that they're giving us business. So, and I also Perot is historical. So maybe we can move it across the line or, but it is a part of history of Texarkana.
Well, we can't move the orchestra across the line. The event have to happen across the line.
But the tourism dollars that they bring into our hotels
That's
and
right.
our businesses.
Now, I'm not going to argue that, because we have a lot of events that happen on the Arkansas side that Texas side benefit as well. But the only thing we can go by is the Arkansas code that's annotated.
And what does it say?
And it says here, advertising and promoting of the city and its inruns. So,
Can I give a little background
I think
information?
if you
Because
all
I'm looking at the numbers and I know where they're coming from. Historically, this commission has sat in a place of, once again, even if you were here during my workshop, I was very clear that the decision of this commission is final. One thing, and Jacob can help me if I'm wrong on any of this, but one thing that A&P allows this commission to fund by statute is the arts if they deem necessary. Arts is the only part of that says as they deem necessary. It's been historically the opinion of the board that those events or their processes have to happen in Arkansas. I can tell you that there's other arts that have requested funding that have changed their request so that those events are only in Arkansas. So that's where Commissioner Mills is coming from when she says it opens the door, because that'll change how that operates. Once again, it's up to this commission to decide how those funds are allocated. In no way am I trying to sway anyone, but that's the history of behind it from where Director Brewer and Director Mills are coming from. And so that's just a little bit of the history of where this comes from. In no way am I trying to say yes, less, or more. It's just that I want the commission to kind of know the history there and what's kind of going on.
All right, right side, left side, you all have heard, what's your dollar amount? What do you owe?
Can we go with just the average? I mean, I would rather go with what the average was, if we can do that.
Yes, I hear you. I just want to make one statement. Is in the future, I know it's very hard for me to defend a precedence. And I just want to say that.
It's what?
It's going to be very hard to defend a precedence, if we set a precedence. But we are a board, not just one person. So I'm going to go with what the majority wants here. Just understand my perspective. So left side, how much are you all saying?
Is anybody else willing to go zero?
I'm abstaining.
Yeah, I think I'm going to abstain, but right side, what dollar amount did I hear 15 or 10 over here?
10 here.
I just think of the historical aspect of the parade.
Okay, what number do you want? 10?
I can go with the 10.
10. All right, I think we got a consensus here of 10. We don't have an impasse. We have 2 that abstain.
All right. So they asked for 20, the amount allocated is 10. Cinco de Mayo, Texarkana, they asked for 40,000, the amount allocated is 16,642.86.
You guys good?
I'd like to go to 20. It's his first time, and I know I think that we should at least give him an opportunity to try to do something for the Hispanic community.
All right, we got 20.
I'm okay with the 20.
20's fine.
I agree.
Right side? I think we have 20.
Okay. For copy machine television, 0, they asked for 4,900. And for the Marine Courts, they asked for 5, the amount allocated, $4,714.29.
Full amount.
Let's give them the 5.
Okay,
Everybody give them.
add this all up.
I have a question in regards to the crappie. Even though they didn't give the presentation, they just didn't have a chance to give the presentation. They still can be awarded. Do you all?
And they didn't show up last week either.
Yeah,
Oh, thanks. I didn't.
Yeah, they were here last week.
They were here.
Yeah, they were here.
no, copy machine they weren't at the
Were they not?
workshop.
That's the guy that came in.
Right. And you all voted no.
I stand corrected.
Okay.
Hey, I got my right wing over here. Thanks. All right, thanks.
All right.
All right.
So of the total $1.4 million you had remaining to allocate in 2024, you're allocating $1,120,253.81. We're gonna need a motion, but before we have that motion, I'm going to read or say what the motion is. The motion is to approve the proposed 2024 A&P budget as presented with reallocating $121,981 from 2022 restricted reserves, amending the 2023 as shown, and allocating $1,120,253.81 additionally to the 2024 budget.
All right, you've heard the reading. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All right, it's been motion and second. Is there any discussion, any unreadiness? All right, if there's no discussion, please call the roll, please.
Henry,
Yes.
Vandegraff,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Holmes,
Yes.
Holly Bush.
Yes.
The motion carries 7-0.
All right, motion passed. All right, next item, we have reallocation of 2023 funds for CD Beautiful Commission. And
Rick Hall is not here, but so they were allocated in 2023, $24,545.77. They haven't spent any of those funds.
Okay.
And of those funds, $12,146 was reallocated from 2022.
okay, I would like to have a motion to reallocate the unused funds that they had for 2023 for 2024.
So I have some questions about that. So we carried some forward from 21 to, or
From 22 to 23.
and now we're carrying from 23 to 24. So why are they not using these funds? There's nobody here to answer that question. And they did not make a request this year, correct?
They did not.
Can you put on there they must use their funds this year?
That they must use the funds in 2024?
I would say.
Yeah,
they could.
yeah, I like that. Yeah.
You know, it could be,
Drawing interest at least,
Yeah.
very least.
What was awarded in 22 that was carried forward? Or 12 was carried forward, but what was awarded?
Let me go back. Pull up the 2022 budget. In 2022, they were allocated $12,300,
All right.
So all of it was rolled forward.
with the exception of about $200.
Okay, it's just rolling over. Yeah, it's just rolling over. So with that being said, is there a motion?
I would say move it forward and they must use it this year.
Okay,
All right,
Is my suggestion.
that's your motion.
that's your motion?
That's my motion.
Okay.
Second.
All right, any discussion? Will you call the roll, please?
Henry,
Yes.
Vandergraff,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Holmes,
Yes.
Holly Bush.
Yes.
The motion carries 7-0.
All right, next item we have up is delinquent AAP taxes, the collection process. Ms. Henderson, will you?
You all have received your delinquent tax list. We continue to update this on a monthly basis and send it to you all. Jacob receives those as well. We do have a procedure in place for helping with the delinquency. He will start filing liens on those. They'll get lien letters and an opportunity to get some of those paid off.
Okay.
All right, good deal. Are there any questions? If there's not any questions, we're going to go down to other business.
Okay.
And Tarunda, will you come forward to the presentation, please?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Evening.
I guess I've got a motion to hear why I'm late on this application.
Yes, is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, so the motion is second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right.
Okay. The reason that this application is late is because originally the city signed a contract in August of 2023 regarding this concert for a 50-50 partnership with Cross Ties. Since that time, they have not been able to fulfill the obligation of this contract, and it was brought to us yesterday. So I am literally Monday night quarterback in this. I just received notification that I have to find 50% partnership on this as of last night.
Okay, so the contract fell through, so that's why we're here doing this.
So what does the partnership include? If we were a partner with you, would that have, what value would we have?
Yes, it is $30,150 is what we're asking for with the partnership. With this event, I have provided a budget for it. And that budget is,
Before we go into the presentation, can we finish the motion before we?
Yes, sir.
Get that cleared so we can, is there a motion to hear the presentation?
Motion.
I got a second? Okay, it's been motion and second. Are there any questions? All right, if there's no questions,
I have one question. So Crosstown back down?
partially, yes, ma'am,
Okay.
from funding standpoint.
And it's being held on November 11th?
November 3rd,
This year?
yes.
Oh, this says the 11th.
Oh, goodness, that is my fault.
Okay.
It's November 3rd.
It's on the 3rd.
Okay.
so all in, can you call the roll?
Can you go roll for me?
Call the roll for the presentation, for the
Henry?
motion?
Yes.
Pendergraft?
Yes.
Wright? Yes. Brewer?
Yes.
Mills?
Yes.
Holmes?
Yes.
Holybush?
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion carried.
I really appreciate that. The City of Texarkana, Arkansas is asking for a partnership with the A&P Commission for just a monetary partnership of $30,150 in order to help this show go on. The contract has already been signed for Ms. Priscilla Block. The total amount of her contract is $40,000. The amount for sound and lights is $10,000. We're looking for liability insurance of $2,500, security of another $1,800, advertising of about $1,000, and police overtime of $5,000 for a total budget for this concert of $60,300. The city has funds set aside in what we call our Front Street Fund in order to meet half of this obligation. We've already paid 50% of the deposit to have Ms. Block here on November the 3rd. We did have a contract originally with Cross Ties. I have included that contract in your packet so that you're aware of what they were required to put in as part of this. We still will have some help from Cross Ties on this. They will help us with transportation of Ms. Block from the hotel to downtown, to her green room will be at Cross Ties. The meet and greet will be held at Cross Ties, and then they will provide security for her. We will be responsible for the monetary things of everything else. 100% of the proceeds from this event will go back into the city's Front Street Fund in order to bring more events downtown. This event, it has to go on. The A&P Commission has put in so much money into making that Front Street Festival Plaza what it is right now. And so this is just a continuation of this. If this is our first big concert, and we're expected to have about 2,500 people, and in this venue, it can hold more than that. Her concerts have sold out with as many as 5,000 people at her venues and at her concert. The ticket prices range from $40 to $65. The city is going to have to pick up on putting on this event, and so the city is coming in with making sure that we have overtime for our employees that are having to staff this event, be part of this event. So the city is actually coming in with more than 50% for this to make this happen.
All right, well, you all have heard the discussion. Is there a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All
Do we
right.
need to vote on the funding amount, or are we just going full amount?
We should.
And in your motion, I'm so sorry, could you motion to amend the 2023 budget to include this allocation?
I will make a
Man.
motion to amend the 2023 budget.
If you don't get funded or partially funded, how would this affect your event?
The event will go on, but I can tell you that we're going to have to pull money from general fund coffers, from Public Works, wherever we can find money
we
to
don't wanna
help
do
this
that.
event go on. So it has to happen.
What was the reason for
That date
Cross?
again?
Ty, for
November 3rd.
backing out?
I don't have a good reason for them, and the reason why they're backing out of this, we had a meeting yesterday, and then this morning, I received written documentation on that they were backing out, that they were able to fulfill their portion of the contract, because they would have had to come up with $30,150.
So I guess the question is, are they liable because they were under contract, for breach of contract? Are they liable for anything here to?
They're going to help us with, for me, a major lift in this. And that is they're going to basically take care of Miss Block for us. They are going to provide transportation for her from her hotel downtown. They're going to provide her green room. They're going to stock her green room. They're going to host the meet and greet, and they're going to provide 3 security guards for her at all times, as well as 2 that will man the stage. And that's all going to be at their cost. That expense is totally on them.
And we still receive 100% of the
And the
proceeds.
city will receive 100%. And when they backed out of the contract, that was the portion of it that they lost.
How many tickets have been sold so far?
Right around 200. It is my understanding, and most of those are VIP tickets. So we have 250 VIP tickets that are available for this concert. And most of those are VIP tickets. After just talking to people that have put on concerts and things of that nature in Texarkana, most of the ticket sales, we can expect to see them in 2 weeks before the event. And especially with it being an outside event, people are watching for the weather to see if there's anything that changes there. One thing that I'm working on right now as part of the insurance is not just a general liability, but seeing how beneficial it is for us to actually get what's called event insurance, just in case there's a rain out, we don't lose our money.
So this is a music concert?
This is a music concert, yes, sir.
What kind of music?
It's country. It's country music. She is a up and coming artist. She is.
I've never heard of.
I've never heard of her, and
I've heard a portion of one song.
a portion, okay.
And we got
But
three
people
weeks.
that are fans of hers,
Yeah.
she has a really big following, and she's a major up and coming artist. So the opportunity to get her here is a major thing for us, and it's also being sponsored by Eagle Distributing. So they're helping bringing in marketing dollars. They put $25,000 into just marketing this event alone. So there are some partners that are working with us to help make this event a success. And what it does is, if we can make this happen, it's just, okay, let's just keep this ball running. Because what it shows them is, does Texarkana have the ability to put on an event of this magnitude and also make it a success? And so I've even been talking to, Adam will be involved in this, Tyler's involved, our police department is involved. When I tell you we have developed a core team here in the city to help run this event, I'm in charge of making sure that front gate is taken care of, insurance needs are taken care of. So
I'll pick up trash.
we will gladly take you to pick up trash.
All
When
I can say is you're excited about it. That excites me. I'm excited about it.
You know what? I really am. This is the opportunity to showcase Texarkana. People won't just be coming from this area to see this event. People are going to be coming from a 4-state area. We're running a marketing campaign right now, and our reach is down within 100 miles of here. So Broken Bow, Hogertown, Shreveport, Mount Pleasant. We're working to.
You're blasting it just to.
Yes, we are blasting it.
Okay. That's what I was worried about, so because it's so close.
Well, when the ball got put into our laps, I can tell you one thing about the staff of Texarkana, Arkansas. If you give us a task, we will make it happen. And so I can tell you that a core team has been put together that includes our police chief, our media manager, parks director, public works director, finance department, city manager. We are going to make this thing happen, and it is going to be a success.
That sounds good. Well, with the motion that's already on the floor, and it's been an amendment to that 2023 in that motion, will you please call the roll?
Henry,
Yes.
Vandegraff,
Yes.
Wright. Yes. Brewer,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Holmes,
Yes.
Holly Bush.
Yes.
The motion carries 7-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Breathe now.
All right. Is there any other unfinished business that need to be discussed?
Are we going to bring up?
Yes, we do have one suggestion about changing our meeting time for when we're doing the workshop and when we're doing the presentation, to move that forward. And I think we had a consensus of maybe 1 or 2 p.m. instead of starting at 4 p.m. Do we have a?
I will make a motion that we move.
I second.
Okay, it's been motion and second. At what time?
2 o'clock.
Two sounds
It's
good.
been motion and second at 2 o'clock. All right, will you please call the roll?
Henry,
Yes.
Vandegraff,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Holmes,
Yes.
Yes.
Hollybush. And just remember, that is simply for our October allocation workshop and meeting. I did want to bring one other thing, because this was brought to our attention, and we left this off. It is for funding for 2024. Funding for 2024 will be on a reimbursement basis. Everyone that has received monthly allocations, there was a request to change that from them receiving funding monthly to receiving it annually at the end of the year. Would you all like to make that motion?
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
All right, it's been motion and second. Is there any discussion? There's no discussion? Please call the roll.
Henry,
Yes.
Vandegraff,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Holmes,
Yes.
Hollybush.
Yes.
And so what that means is that everyone that is on a reimbursement basis, they will continue monthly. If you don't submit things for reimbursement, you won't receive your allocation until the end, at year end. We have a few small organizations that typically don't have the funding to start an event, so they will do a draw. They'll send me a request to receive. If they receive 20,000 in funding, they might ask for 5, but then they bring me receipts within like a day for the $5,000 just to get the ball rolling on their event.
Just one last thing, just to make sure that I'm clear, on our agreement for the new logo, are we saying that this is going to be effective immediately, or?
I think we probably well, I don't know.
Because
I would say
a lot of
starting in 2024, and I would
Right.
say we need to see a version of that logo before we
Yeah.
approve it.
I concur.
And we'll add that to the January agenda for the logo.
Okay,
So it may be that first year, it may be a little dicey. You might have just a couple that continue to use the old one, but we'll get that ball rolling.
okay. Sounds good. Is there any other unfinished business? If not, is there a motion
Due
for?
day of the week for a quarterly meeting.
Okay, we did have a concern about the meeting, doing it on Wednesday. Is,
Because of religious reasons.
does
Wednesday's the
anybody
only
need
day
to
that
make
I'm
a?
available.
Okay, just,
What's that?
What
I
day?
said Wednesday's the only day that I'm available.
what about you, Dr. Holmes?
Um,
Do you need a change, or you could, you?
I need to change, but I can make it work.
What, Holly Bush?
Would it be easier to change the time?
Can we do it earlier in the day?
Yeah, I think we have already agreed to do it,
On our quarterly.
On the
meeting.
quarterly
On the
meeting, we
quarterly,
can change the
yeah.
meeting of the quarterly meeting to move
So
it
like
from
4
4.
o'clock, and we can
Yes.
probably be done by 5 or 5:30.
4 is the earliest I could do, but our quarterly meetings don't last that long.
They
No.
typically last an hour.
so if we can move it up in time, you
Yeah,
think we could?
4 is the earliest I could go, and I might be running a little late, but I can do that.
Well, if we can have a quorum, I mean, we understand. You got.
Yeah.
So you all think maybe 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock would be better for me.
I could do 3:30.
Right side?
I'm good. Can you do it since you're?
No, I have to take.
I think
I'd
since
have to take
we're-
time off. You'd have to take half a day every time we have a meeting, which is once every 3.
Oh,
It's
You know,
as
I would have
important.
class till 3:07, so the earliest, if I flew, I could be here at 3:45, but that's,
So maybe quarterly meetings, keep it the same time.
That's where I was
Since
going.
they're short.
it's just
on
once every,
Wednesday.
yeah, once every.
And then when it comes to the long meeting, the workshop and everything, can we discuss it at a later time?
Oh, we were just, y'all
But
already
I
just
think-
got to move that with the two.
I think what you brought up was the day of the week.
Yeah.
Do we, that's your concern,
Well, I
the
want
day of the
everybody
week?
to be able to.
Can I make
That's
a motion to
the
keep
only
the
day.
quarterly meeting where it is now?
Yeah.
All right, well, sounds
Everybody
good.
with that?
All right, is there a
Motion to
for-
adjourn. Second?
Second.
Oh,
All right, it's been motion,
Go.
hold up. It's been motion and second. Roll call, please.
Henry,
Yes.
Vandegraff.
Here.
Wright,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Mills.
Yes.
Holmes,
Yes.
Holly Bush.
Yes.
The motion carries. The meeting is adjourned at 7:37. Only 3 hours.